Hello everyone, namaste, welcome back to the channel. I'm here for another reading for you. So today's reading is a little different because this is your karmic relationship reading, okay? So we'll look for your soul contracts and lessons needs to be learned and healing. Okay, so if you are liking the videos, please share them, subscribe to the channel, and press that bell icon for further notifications. This is a general collective reading, so take only what resonates with you and leave the rest for others to resonate. But if you are interested in one-on-one personal reading, so you can always contact me for further inquiries. I hope you are liking the videos and watching them. Okay, so let's begin and see. This reading is very full of emotions. Okay, so much of water here. Okay, so indeed is very emotionally rich and revealing. Okay, and definitely pointing towards that karmic relationship. Involving deep soul lessons here and emotional cycles and potential healing for you all. Okay, we also have our angels and ancestors guidance cards here and also another deck cards. Okay, so the first card is showing their soul lessons. Okay, so whoever the other person in your life, this person may be being called to walk away from emotional emptiness and that superficial fulfillment. So their soul is learning to seek those deeper meanings here, and beyond that ego, beyond those patterns. Okay, so even if they have turned away from this connection, it's not a rejection. Okay, it's a soul seeking truth for them. Okay, it's their soul lesson. Okay, so this cups reveals a time of that restlessness, when it feels as if something is missing. So something deeper they are in search of. Okay, that's what they have missed in their last time. Okay, so this is like in terms of work and relationship, it may appear harmonious from the outside, okay, to the world, but the intuition is nudging them. So the result may be a departure, or traditionally eight of cups also predicts to leave a situation and see that person is moving away. Okay, so it's like a break of an agreement, and that no longer gives you that fulfillment, that emotional fulfillment is lacking there for them. Okay, so it's not a task of haste decision. Okay, only move on when they are not sure that there is no more they can gain from it, and that's not on the surface level, that's very deeply affecting them. Okay, so it's like gradually they are releasing quietly and swiftly here. Okay, so it could be like a path that's not fulfilling for them. It's now time to go with the flow. Okay, so they will feel that energized, and after that move on, so where their interest lies. Okay, and that curiosity is calling them, so they are not content here. Okay, that's what the soul lesson is. So okay, you can't blame them. So this card showing that they've already left that situation emotionally. Okay, and actions will follow as they will walk actually. Okay, so definitely they are on this time of traveling, and they're exploring physically, and maybe definitely through that spiritual journey. This is a call for taking that spiritual journey, going into the deep things, and seeking answers there. So they will definitely surely not feel content until unless they will break this cycle where they need to learn this lesson. Okay, and if we look at your energy, so the two of wands is showing your soul lesson is about planning your path with clarity, and choosing growth over that stagnation, and just not keep thinking. Okay, spiritually this shows you are being called to expand beyond your comfort zone here. Okay, so you need to come out of that comfort zone. And in karmic relationship, this often reflects a pattern of being on hold, okay, for another person, or waiting for them to change. So see how it resonates. The other person is lesson is they are leaving, but you are standing there waiting for them. But that's what your lesson where lies. Okay, you have to walk forward, keep walking, and don't be stagnant, don't be on hold. Okay, so your soul is now learning to look beyond and claim your own direction with confidence here. Okay, so your lesson here is about choosing growth. So you are at a point where you are being asked to move forward, expand, and stop waiting for someone else to define your worth. You are meant to step into your power. Okay, that's your soul lesson. You need to do that. Okay. And it also shows great opportunities are on the way for you, and allowing you to move up a level and more, make the most of these offers. So it also spiritually you are feeling more connected with yourself now. Okay, and the world at large around you, with nature. So you may feel drawn to development courses, or simply spending time connecting with nature maybe. So you need to ground yourself here if you're going through that situation. Okay, this shows new partnerships and new beginnings for you. Okay, definitely. So don't hold back, and consider what helps you to grow your soul in more better ways. Okay. Then if we look at your past life connection here, so definitely you were a family, a happy family, very fulfilling, very content. So this is a powerful indicator that you and this person likely shared that family or that romantic bond in a past life. Okay, you may have experienced what seemed like a happily ever after, that kind of energy, or you were each other's emotional safe place. Okay, so that emotional memory still lies there, it's lingering there, making the connection feel more deeply familiar to you. Okay, but you may now be working to heal what was left unfulfilled or ended suddenly in past times. Okay, so you both are walking your path, learning your lessons also. Definitely you two shared a loving bond in the past life. Okay, you were soulmates, you were family. Okay, so emotional history explains the depth you feel now. So definitely if you feel that pull towards each other, okay, you are connected in this time and you have met. So there is a reason behind that. Okay, but what was once a dream may have ended abruptly, and now the cycle seeking that resolution for the both of you. Okay, so just go with the flow and accept the lessons here, learn those things, and move past them. Okay, until and unless you don't do that, you can't walk forward in your life. Okay, because we have this strength card in context of that current karma being played out. Okay, so this relationship requires that inner strength and that compassion and emotional mastery. Okay, and that patience has to be there. Okay, it's not just about taming your outer challenges, but about confronting the inner beast. That's the most difficult part for us as humans. Okay, insecurities, that pride or ego. Okay, or even emotional unavailability, that volatility is there. So you both are learning to rise above your impulses, and embodying that heart centered courage here. Okay, this is a spiritual test for your maturity here. Okay, so this relationship is all about that soul strength. Okay, and not control. So you are both being tested in terms of your patience and that inner grace and your emotional masteries. Okay, so the karma here is teaching that humility and that unconditional compassion. Okay, and that restraint. So even in separation, you are learning those lessons, and you will come back more stronger. Okay, with that strength card appears when you're dealing with some pressure. Okay, so courage and determination and patience is required here. Okay, you can turn to your higher self. This is also card of your self guidance. Okay, so your higher self can guide you at this time, and you will need to act with grace and sensitivity. So this is a very good card to take on those challenges, but stay grounded, stay firm in your place. Okay, so is this a need for balance in your relationship? Okay, this strength card is also that message of hope. So if your relationship has been tested, so you must know that this situation will soon improve for good. Okay, now if we walk further, so the next card is for the emotional blockages or patterns here. Okay, so the blockage may relate to that self-worth and codependency, or overgiving, with that Queen of Pentacles. So someone here may be playing the caretaker role here. Okay, so at the cost of their own needs. So there may also be a karmic pattern around material security, or that feeling like love is earned through effort and loyalty, or that sacrifice. So spirit is asking you for balance and give without losing yourself. Okay, so don't be an overgiver here. Okay, a karmic pattern of overgiving and nurturing others while neglecting yourself. That's the trait of that queen. So one or maybe both of you may feel emotionally uh, depleted here, because boundaries have definitely blurred, and the lessons needs to be learned. Okay, give from when you have much to give. Okay, from wholeness and not emptiness. Okay, also there are certain things that needs to be released. Okay, so what needs to be released to be healed is there's this painful cycle, maybe betrayal or abandonment issue, or maybe repeated emotional wounds. Okay, so that must end here. This card of swords is showing some karmic exhaustion here, so definitely it's time to release that past, and cut energetic cords. You can do cord cutting rituals also, and if needed, and stop reliving those things, those past, repeating this cycle that cassette in your mind, what is hurting you. Okay, so forgiveness is the key here. Forgive yourself first. Okay, and then forgive others. So that's a very crucial part here. This pain has served its lessons, and now it's time to release it. Okay, don't keep playing it. So surely things needs to must come to an end. The karma here is very heavy, but it's ready to be released. So you have learned the lesson here, and now it's time to rise and walk forward. Okay, because if you take that step of healing, okay, your past, so the next card is our potential outcome, that for future outcome for this, and that's a very beautiful card of that queen of cups here. So if healing occurs, this connection could evolve into something deeply nurturing, and that intuitive, emotionally supportive, give and take, and or even lead to spiritual partnership. Though, so this is a very beautiful card here. That's a confirmation for you. If the person is right and you are both on same level, aligning yourself with your soul lessons, so there's this potential for spiritual foundation for the both of you. So the queen is suggesting that compassion and mutual understanding here, and that emotional maturity needs to be learned, whether together or apart. Okay, so this karmic tie can transform into an emotional healing, and even soul level peace is here for you. Okay, hidden. So definitely, if healing happens, emotionally mature and deep conversations are possible here. So whether this leads to reunion or release, you are definitely emerging softer, more wiser, and more in tune with your divine feminine energy here. Okay, this is definitely your soul alchemy here. So what a beautiful outcome of your whole reading here. And this spread is definitely certainly that karmic relationship energy giving, and now we have these beautiful angels and ancestors guidance here. Okay, so we have got the supreme, the Mahavatar Babaji here. Okay, so I can't be more happy when we have got Mahavatar Babaji. See what he says soul expansion. So definitely it's very much visible, it resonates with your complete reading, your cards here. Okay, so your consciousness is expanding, and you understand the connections between all things. Okay, so this shows your soul is in a phase of rapid spiritual awakening here, likely catalyzed by this karmic connection. Okay, so Babaji signals that this relationship is not just emotional, it's an initiator for your soul level growth here. Okay, your soul lessons. So you're meant to understand how past lives and patterns and those emotional lessons are interconnected here. You can just see your cards yourself. This may also signals that your role in this connection is to break old cycles. Definitely. So shift those generational karma and those generational patterns. You are here to just renovate that bloodline of us, okay, and evolve into a teacher, a healer archetype, okay, especially once you have healed yourself, you can other motivate the people around you, okay, they can learn something from you, okay. So what a beautiful message from Babaji here. And also we have Joan of Arc, so it says voice of truth. So stand strong here, focus on your purpose, okay, release the fear of persecution and speak your truth. So that's his message. And John empowers you to speak up, so possibly about what hurts and what needs to be changed, or what you are no longer willing to accept. So karmically you may have been silenced or maybe punished for speaking your truth, and past life. So in this lifetime, you are being asked to reclaim your voice and act with integrity here, even if it shakes the relationship, it shakes others. Okay, so just make your voice count. Voice your truth here. Okay. Also, this wheel of fortune is here for that spiritual guidance, and who is looking after this. So for this relationship, the wheel of fortune is is not a coincidence here, it's like a divine confirmation, okay, that this relationship is being guided by karmic forces and your fate and your higher timing. So you're both in a soul contract, definitely there's no doubt, and destiny is at play here, okay. So whether you reunite or separate or evolve together, this connection is part of your spiritual cycle of growth, okay. So the universe is guiding the rhythm and lessons of this bond, so not to punish you but to evolve your souls, okay. We as humans have come here to learn few lessons, and work on that journey. So definitely you are walking that path and learning your lessons and evolving. So let go of control, trust the turning of the wheel. You're being spiritually guided through cycles of release, and return and renewal here, okay. So I am so happy, these cards have come out, very beautiful message here. Also we have another two cards from our angels, and it says drop your shields here, okay. So we have protection guardian, and it says you may have been protecting yourself emotionally, especially that queen of pentacle and ten of sword is showing here. So this card says, healing can only happen if you allow yourself to be vulnerable, okay? Be exposed to truth. So whether with them or with yourself, let love get in, okay? Let clarity get in. Spirit has your back here. You don't have to be afraid of anything, okay? This also, reassures you that you are spiritually protected very much during this karmic unraveling. Okay, so you are safe to, let go of old defense patterns here, truly. Okay, and another we have summer card, so bask in joy and light. So this card is very powerful, it suggests that once you learn the lessons, joy, warmth, and that spiritual rebirth is awaiting for you. Okay, so the karmic heaviness will give way to that lightness and that purpose. Okay, so queen of cups, and that summer together is hinting at emotional healing for you. Okay, so heart chakra is opening for you definitely, and a phase of that personal joy, especially if you align with your own truth and let go of that pain, and that ten of swords. Also, this relationship or healing may reach a major turning point during summer, probably. So for the next summer season, if you are currently in this season, so definitely things are coming up for you in the next summer, okay. So if we look at your complete reading, so it says past love, that family ties are still emotionally influencing your present dynamics, okay. And what needs to be balanced, illusions, indecisions, and overgiving, and that emotional sacrifice, okay, needs to be balanced here. And both you and other person are learning inner strength here, and emotional boundaries and clarity. And you need to release the old pains, okay, and step into forgiveness and that soul evolution here, okay. And you don't have to be afraid of the unseen and unknown things, because you are being looked after by your angels and guides, and you are being initiated into a higher frequency. So this connection is not a coincidence, it's a sacred turning point for you, okay. And your truth matters here, so do not silence your needs or your heart to maintain peace here. Speak up, and your voice is your liberation here. Okay, so drop your shields, you're divinely protected here, and you no longer have to armor your heart here. Okay, vulnerability is your strength, so don't demean yourself by exposing. Okay, and after the storm comes healing, so joy is not just possible, it's promised to you. Okay, so if you choose to move forward, you will definitely experience it in the coming days. Okay, also we have few more cards from our additional oracle deck. So this is more like emotional themes. Okay, so it says the card of shameful, so this points to deep seated guilt, or that emotional residue from past actions. So either in this life or a past one, one or both of you may be carrying any unspoken regret, or maybe embarrassment, or some kind of remorse here. Okay, so that is possibly tied to betrayal or abandonment, or being less than someone in others eyes. Okay, so it aligns strongly with your ten of swords card. Okay, so a cycle of emotional self blame maybe, or humiliation that needs release here. So it's a message of forgiveness of yourself and others also, so that will break that emotional prison for you. Also we have this beat around the bush card, so there's a lack of directness in the communication between you two. So possibly a fear of confrontation or rejection, or maybe that emotional exposure. Okay, so that emotional emptiness is also here. Okay, so this needs to speak your truth. It relates with your Joan of Arc card also. So one or both of you may avoid clarity to avoid pain maybe. So this links to your Eight of Cups also. So this is what is increasing that karmic cycle. Okay, so truth is like liberation. Speak from your heart, even if your voice is shaking, but still speak the truth. Okay, and another is very expensive cards. Symbolically, if we see, this relationship has cost a lot to you, both emotionally, spiritually, and maybe even financially. So this is about energy investment. Okay, perhaps you have given more than you have received, or held on long past that expiration of the soul contract, or it could be their energy also. Though the Queen of Pentacles supporting this, nurturing can turn into lacking when unbalanced. So there's a message, your love is valuable, so don't spend it where it isn't sacredly received. Okay, when there is no equal give and take. So this is a good message for you. Also we had this trust card, so a karmic wound and lesson is shown here. Okay, so whether trust was broken, or never fully established in the first place maybe, so it is at the heart of your journey. Okay, linked with that protection, guardian, and Queen of Cups. So it shows that healing is possible, but only with transparency and that vulnerability, and consistency needs to be there. So this message for you to trust must be rebuilt on truth. Okay, and not illusions. Okay, and we have this challenge card, so this relationship here is to trigger that growth through discomfort. So it's not meant to be smooth sail always all the time. It's meant to awaken something inside you and the person you have. So if we combine it with strength card and also Mahavdar Babaji, so it's definitely confirming that this is a soul contract relationship for sure. There's no doubt, and it's full of karmic fire that's meant to be burn away your ego, those repeated patterns, and those illusions you're living in. Okay, so challenges are not punishments, as I have already said. They are they're invitations to level up your game here. Okay, so finally if we say, so this is a very powerful karmic connection tied to your past life emotional bonds and those family patterns. Okay, so you are both learning deep lessons here, and you're learning trust and that inner strength, and you need to surrender the pain and certain patterns. Okay, so with Mahatar Babaji and Joan of Arc, guiding you. You are not just healing, you are definitely expanding spiritually through this. Okay. So the Summer card and Queen of Cups also confirm that, once the karmic weight is shed, it's lifted. So joy and self-love and, soul alignment is waiting for you definitely. So final message to take from this reading is, this karmic connection was a divine, you know, appointment for you all. Okay. You were brought together to awaken, evolve and reclaim your emotional truth. Okay. So whether this relationship stays or, fades, it has already shifted your soul. So you just need to release the pain and, keep that wisdom and walk forward with your heart open and, protect it. You are definitely expanding and you're rising, and you must always remember that you are being loved by your angels, your guides, your higher self and this universe. Okay, so that's what I have for you guys. If you resonate, please like it, share it and subscribe to the channel. That's definitely, indeed a very intuitive, very emotional energy here, and very fulfilling reading. You might have got so many good insights from this. Okay, so I would love to hear your stories in the comment sections. Please write there if you are resonating with it or if you are going through such things. Okay, so stay aligned and, stay empowered and stay in your truth. That's the message for beautiful souls out there. Okay, and whatever you are going through currently, so you were never meant to, stay in that pain. Only you are here to, learn from it. Okay, so learn and take your lessons and move forward with, abundance and full of love. Okay, in your hearts. So that's what I have for you guys. Thank you for watching. Meet you next time. Namaste.